It's the hottest dish in the streets. It's what everyone's talking about on Facebook.
Twitters and Facebooks and all that stuff.
It's what everyone's tweeting about.
Twitter stalking, Facebook groupie.
It's time for Big Tigger's Trending Topics.
Yeah, that's trending time.
Find out what's trending now with Big Tigger.
Oh, he did not tell me for that.
On V103.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Trending Topics right here on the People Station V103, inviting the entire planet to tune in and turn up at watchv103.com. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, joining me for today's Trending Topics, we have none other than Monique!
Hey, Tigger!
And Sydney Hicks in the building. What up, Sid?
How you doing, brother?
Everything good?
My man.
Now, if you don't know these people, something wrong with you, but we gonna learn today. We gonna learn today.
Learn them.
We gotta learn. So I'm gonna give a whole lot of setup, and then I'm gonna talk to you, okay?
Okay, baby.
Oh, they here. So, this Oscars thing is a continual situation. Quincy Jones has threatened to boycott the Academy Awards, where he's set to present an award alongside Common and Pharrell, unless he can talk about the lack of diversity during the telecast. The composer, who was the first African American to be included on the Academy Board of Governors, said, quote, there are two ways to do it. You can boycott or you can fix it. It's frightening to see 90% white and 80% white male. It's ridiculous. It's wrong. Fast forward to yesterday, Stacey Dash just talking outside of her face, talking about they don't need to be no BET or black anything. So BET clapped back at her on Twitter, which I find hilarious. So, Stacey Dash, can we get our check back or nah? Remember, you were on the game, hashtag, and we don't mean the rapper. And then they said every time Stacey Dash proved she was clueless, and they had a whole litany of controversial comments that she about pay equality, President Obama, voter ID laws, Cuba, etc., etc. Besides shooting the game in Atlanta for BET, she also starred in the first season of Single Ladies on VH1, but left under a cloud of suspicion she wasn't exactly the nicest person. A lot of people were commenting about Stacey Dash and said, y'all mad, but Stacey Dash got it right. If there was a White History Month or white entertainment television, that would be an issue. Fast forward to Portland Community College launching Whiteness History Month in April. I don't know what the hell that's going to be, but they going to have one. And last but not least, Will Smith stopped by Good Morning America today to talk about all that's going on, and he had this to say.
When I see this list and series of nominations that come out, and everybody is fantastic, and that's the complexity of this issue. Everyone is beautiful and deserving, and it's fantastic, but it feels like it's going the wrong direction.
Now, Monique and Sydney and Monique, as a winner of such a coveted honor.
Yes.
What do you think? First of all, what is your take on the whole situation?
You know, I remember when I was nominated for the Oscar.
Right.
And because I didn't do it the way people thought I should do it, they thought that I was disrespecting the awards, I was disrespecting the game,
right,
because I didn't go out and campaign for a trophy. And I said from day one, why ever am I campaigning for anything? I'm not running for anything, nor did I ask for the award. You guys nominated me for it, and I'm appreciative of it, but that's as far as I'm going with it. And from the beginning, I was saying when I did win it, and all of the radio stations, all of the TV stations, everyone was asking me, what is it like to be an Academy Award winner? But no one ever asked me, what is it like to be an Image Award winner? And that's coming from us.
Right.
Not you, not anyone that was in radio said to me, Monique, what is it like to be an Image Award winner? Everyone wanted to know what it was like to get this Oscar. Well, what it was another trophy. It was a gold-plated trophy, and that's it. Because it's no secret, a white actress or actor receiving an Oscar is different from a black actor or actress receiving an Oscar. So to say my take on it, and how do I feel about this boycott? Well, the Oscars not something I watch anyway. So I if you ask a vote around the country who's going to watch, you would get numbers that say, is this a boycott or is this just something that was not going to happen? And I think when we stand up and we raise an argument about an award, and we don't raise the argument about the injustice on wages. We don't raise the argument about the poor treatment that we just get as human beings on sets, but we're talking about a trophy. So in reference to Will and Jada, and I love them,
Right.
they've already won. Will is one of the few multi-million-dollar actors that is of color. He's one of the few.
Right.
And about 10 years ago, the word was he was getting $20 million a film. Now, if you're getting $20 million a film, y'all have already won. You've won generationally. So do we stand up over a gold-plated trophy, or do we stand up and say we need equal wages and equal treatment? And are we standing up now because it's in your backyard? Because the Oscars was no different last year.
They certainly
The
wasn't.
Oscars has not been any different for the 89 years?
Something like that.
I mean,
It's been
they threw
around.
us a bone with the 12 years a
But
slave.
why do we want to keep being thrown a bone? Why do we want to keep saying, can we please come to your party? Instead of saying, we have a party over here and we welcome everybody,
Right.
but we're not begging to come to your party. And one thing people always ask me, including us, and I must say us because we do it to ourselves, how does it feel to be mainstream? And my question would always be, well, what stream am I in right now? Because the stream I'm in right now, I like these fish.
That's right.
These fish have taken good care of me, baby. These fish has fed my family well. Now, if you want to come over to the stream I'm in, come on.
Oh, I ain't got no stream.
But I'm not begging to come to your stream.
Understood.
So, I mean, I think that, and I think it's such a bigger picture than arguing over a trophy. What you think, Daddy?
I was gonna ask, because you're a producer and you're an actor as well. Like, do you feel like this is that controversial? Will it change? Does it matter?
I think it all matters because if there's people that are affected by it, it matters. But I think in the grand scheme of things, if you were to win an Academy Award, as she's won an Academy Award, and just like if you're a journalist and you win the Pulitzer Prize, do you win the Pulitzer Prize and then you go to a new newspaper and they offer you a rate that you got 8 years ago or less than? So is the real reality is because the last time I looked, there are no barcodes on the Academy Awards, so you can't swipe it at the Kroger's when you get your steak.
I tried it.
Yeah, right. You know, Golden Globe. Tell 'em, I tried it.
I tried it.
Screen Actors Guild Award.
I tried it.
What was the award from Liechtenstein?
The Golden Horse.
Okay.
You gotta go to the
I
horse.
tried it.
What about the BAFTA Award?
I've tried it.
So there are no barcodes on any of the awards that you can get food from.
None.
None. So the only way that you can eat is if you come with some money. And when, as she just so eloquently put it, Will and Jada, multi-million-dollar paydays, which only a few of us get a chance to have an opportunity to get. How many Eddie Murphys have you seen?
One Eddie.
How many Wills have you seen?
One Will.
How many Denzels have you seen?
Definitely one Denzel.
Only one Denzel,
Right.
right? So what happens is, as she was saying, when they only have just one of us, but there's Matthew McConaughey, Brad Pitt, George Clooney,
Matt Damon.
Leo.
we could just.
Oh, he ain't winning yet.
You could just, but it's not about winning the award.
They have the
They're
opportunity.
winning. They're
They won
winning
the
the
paychecks.
reward of the paycheck.
We're talking to Monique and Sydney Hicks. So let's talk really quickly. I just want to pick up on something Jada said, which I did agree with to a certain degree. She said people were missing out on her message. Wasn't really about the boycott. Her messaging was about us doing more within our own situations and roping in our own situations and doing what's best for us in our own stream, so to speak. That we need to work together more and have our own production companies and own this and own that and own that. Do you agree with that, or is that a reality?
Well, it is a reality because Will and Jada own their own production company. It is a reality because Tyler Perry owns his own production company.
Right.
It is a reality because Oprah Winfrey owns her own. So we see the reality, and I absolutely agree with Sister Jada. We do need to do more of that. The question now becomes is why haven't we? Because those production companies have been around. Again, we only make noise when it's in our backyard. We can look at our neighbor and see our neighbor getting robbed, and we will say, that has nothing to do with me. So I'm going to go in and close my door. But the moment that robber bring his ass in your backyard, you are now saying, get the cameras out, get the guns, get something, and get them. So again, I do agree with that. We do need to do more of that. But what we also need is the quote-unquote power players to make the noise. Because when people call me and ask me in my opinion, does it really matter? There's not a button I can push. There's not a decision that I can make in that realm.
Right.
But why aren't you guys saying we want to talk to the people that nominated the talent? We want to talk to those people. We want to talk to the presidents of the networks and the studios, but people are too coward to do that. So Monique, we'll talk to you and we'll ask you your opinion.
Well, I ain't scared, but I don't know them folks. I know you.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Take the time to research and know those folks.
Okay.
Because that way, if we start saying, you know what, I put a call over into NBC. I put a call over into this network, and I asked to speak to this person, and they've not reached back out. But oftentimes, Tigger, we get too afraid because we don't want our paycheck affected. So we'll say, listen, we'll talk about it privately, but I damn sure won't have this conversation publicly.
Don't want to be a troublemaker.
Don't want to.
In addition to the fact that oftentimes we don't know how to have a conversation. So what happens is it's almost like being out on the street. Cat says they're going to keep on pushing me. They're going to keep on pushing me and I'm going to go off. As opposed to, listen, is it wrong now? Let me have a conversation with you so we don't have to go off.
We don't have to get to that point.
We don't have to get to that point because there's a lot of people that are executives in Hollywood, and there's a difference between being taught and there's a difference between learning something.
Amen.
You can sit down and be taught like on a chalkboard, but you can learn through repetition because it brings on retention. So what happens is when you see people constantly treating individuals a certain way, you've been conditioned, as we are being conditioned when we allow that treatment to take place. But when someone says, let's have a little bit of dialogue with these individuals that are doing it, because perhaps they have a conscience too, which I believe they do. But if everyone is bowing down and getting out of their way, there's no resistance that makes them think that they should have to do anything differently. And if there's only one, then she's being difficult.
I'm being difficult.
Girl, you don't be being difficult around here.
And if you've ever taken the time out to ask anyone that's ever made that claim, ask them, what is she being difficult with? What is it that makes her difficult? I'm not asking for the blue M&Ms. I'm not asking that you paint my dressing room lavender because I've got to get into the spirit of what I'm doing. I'm not asking for that. All we're saying is, can we be treated like human beings? Can we be treated fairly? Can we get a whole trailer instead of a half a trailer?
Amen.
Can we please get good food? And people might say, Mona, you just fat and you talking about food. You're damn right. You're damn right, because it's the good food that make me act better, damn it. It's the good meat. It's them good vegetables. It's the fresh fruit. So
they get the endorphins going.
They get them going.
Dopamine
gets me
going.
Happy. Okay? So those are the things that I think we really need to start addressing. And we go into it in more detail on our podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Monique and Sydney's Open Relationship. And you can hear our show in full Monday on Play.it as we discuss the Oscars and Hollywood in full. And we had to tell it truthfully. And in telling it truthfully, we can't pull any punches as into our conversations we've had with people, as the dialogue to say, and as my husband always says, we're not calling anybody out. What you say, Daddy?
We calling them in.
You better say it again.
Okay, now, did y'all just see that? Did y'all feel that?
What's your alley-oops over here? Monique, Sydney Hicks, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out their podcast on Play.it. It's on Monday.
Yes.
Monique and Sydney's Open Relationship.
Yes.
And we will have you back on a much more fun topic.
If they go to, and this is a fun topic.
Yeah, but we're going to have you back on a way more fun topic.
But if y'all want to even hear about the open relationship, that
you coming back.
Tune in. You can tune in right now and go to Play.it and hit on the Monique and Sydney's picture.
Amen.
And those shows will play for you as well.
So you don't have to get it in snippets from Wendy Williams. You can get what's real.
Oh, okay, Daddy. Now, okay. I didn't know you was dropping that one.
I'm your husband. That's how we do it.
That's how we do it, because I guess today, are we still live?
Yeah, we are. Hold on.
I guess today, I'm not going to hold on, Tigger, damn it now. I'm saying it.
It's the Monique Show, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
You're being difficult.
And I don't mean to, Daddy. Okay. Is that what I'm doing?
You're just being difficult.
I don't want to be difficult.
Don't do it.
But I guess today my sister, Wendy Williams, had it on her show in reference to our open marriage.
Okay.
And what she didn't do was play it in full. She just gave a snippet of what she thought it was, which allows people to come in on judgment and not truly open up the book to read it. So what I would even say to my beautiful sister, Wendy Williams, behave yourself. And you know better, because you know us.
It was the Players Ball. It was the Players Ball Award. Hate.
Monique and Sydney.
Daddy, did you go to the Players Ball Award?
No.
I love y'all. When y'all coming back soon.
We'll be back soon.
Come back soon. Make sure you hit up v-103.com where you can get the link to Monique and Sydney's podcast as well. Play.it on Mondays, and you can go listen to it now.
And you can also go to our Facebook page and like us at Mo and Sydney's Open Relationship.
There it is.
I must say that because our beautiful executive assistant is sitting right there.
She's like,
saying that don't say it.
Thank you for stopping by. This has been an epic conversation. I appreciate y'all.
We love you, baby.
I love you back. That's what's happening. More Big Tigger Show next on V103.